All right, welcome back. Today we are digging into something that really impacts every single one of us, no matter what our job is. We're going to tackle a huge question in workplace safety, a question that gets right to the heart of why accidents happen in the first place.
So let me ask you, what's the real cause of most workplace accidents? What's your gut reaction? Is it usually someone's fault, something a person did wrong, or is it more about the environment, a problem with the workplace itself? You know, the common sense answer might not be the whole story, and the clues actually lie in some pretty groundbreaking research that's almost 100 years old.
Okay, check this out. This is the 88-10-2 rule, and it comes from a safety pioneer named Herbert W. Heinrich. Now, his research was an absolute bombshell at the time. It suggested that a staggering 88% of accidents are caused by unsafe acts, meaning by human behavior. Only 10% were linked to unsafe conditions, with a tiny 2% being truly unavoidable. Just acts of God, you could say. This discovery totally shifted the focus of safety science onto what people do.
So, to really wrap our heads around this, we've got to get super clear on what these two big categories actually mean. Let's break down the difference between an unsafe act and an unsafe condition.
It's actually pretty straightforward when you think about it. An unsafe act is all about behavior. It's a choice, right? An action that someone takes, or maybe fails to take, that goes against the safety rules. On the other hand, an unsafe condition is a physical hazard that's just baked into the workplace. Think faulty equipment, a slippery floor. It's just sitting there, waiting, no matter who's working that day. So one is about what you do. The other is about where you are.
Let's make this a little more real. I mean, unsafe acts happen all the time. It could be someone hopping on a forklift without being trained, maybe because they're in a huge rush. Or how about an employee deciding not to wear their safety glasses for a quick job? A classic one is someone removing a machine's safety guard, probably because they're feeling pressure to work faster. Every single one of these is an active choice that dials up the risk for everybody.
Now, let's contrast that with unsafe conditions. These are the hazards that are kind of just lurking in the background. A messy walkway, a frayed electrical cord tucked behind a desk, a missing warning sign. These dangers are passive. They don't need a person to make a fresh mistake for them to be a threat. They're a threat just by existing.
But here's the really critical part. These two things, acts and conditions, they don't live in separate worlds. No way. They are tangled up in this dangerous feedback loop where they feed off each other, creating a vicious cycle where one problem almost always leads to another.
Let me show you exactly how this connection works. So let's say it starts with one unsafe act. An employee sees a crack in a ladder, but they're busy, so they decide not to report it. Okay? That one decision, that failure to act, means the broken ladder stays in circulation. And just like that, boom. An unsafe act has created a permanent unsafe condition, a hidden trap just waiting for the next person to come along. So if accidents are like a chain of falling dominoes, then our goal is pretty clear, right? We have to pull one of the dominoes out of the line before it gets knocked over. So let's talk about the proactive strategies that can break this chain by going after both the unsafe acts and the unsafe conditions.
Okay, preventing unsafe acts is all about shaping behavior. And that means way more than just one boring training video. It takes constant reinforcement, supervisors who are actually paying attention, and, this is huge, a stop-work culture. You know what that is? It's a culture where any employee at any level feels totally empowered to yell stop if they see something unsafe, and they know they won't get in trouble for it. That's a game changer.
And on the flip side, preventing unsafe conditions is all about being systematic. We're talking regular inspections to find hazards before they can hurt someone, strict maintenance schedules for every piece of equipment, and just plain old good housekeeping. It's about engineering safety right into the environment, so it's actually harder for things to go wrong.
You know, this right here really gets to the core of it all. Even if 88% of accidents come from unsafe acts, the goal isn't to point fingers. A truly modern safety culture gets it. The real objective is to find the hazards, whether it's a behavior or a leaky pipe, and fix them before anyone gets hurt. It's a total shift from playing the blame game to proactively solving problems.
So, as we wrap this up, I want to leave you with a little challenge. Think about where you work. What's just one hazard? It could be an act or a condition that you can help fix this week. Maybe it's finally reporting that frayed cord you walk by every day, or gently reminding a coworker to put on their safety glasses, or even just taking 2 minutes to clean up a cluttered area. Because at the end of the day, a safe workplace isn't built on some grand corporate plan. It's built by individuals like you and me deciding to fix one little hazard at a time.